You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
Head coach Matt Eberflus wants the Chicago Bears to add this position in the 2024 NFL Draft. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Bears fans, we are inching closer to the 2024 NFL Draft. And at this moment, we kind of already have an assumption that the Bears will take Caleb Williams with the number 1 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. But there's been a lot of conversations around the Chicago Bears with that number 9 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. And the Chicago Bears are going to have a whole lot of options. Can they take a wide receiver? Will they take an edge rusher? Will they take an offensive tackle, right? Will they trade back and get the best player available? There are so many routes or so many different options that Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears can take with this number 9 overall pick. But a huge rumor coming out of Chicago, and this is according to Larry Mayer, the Bears writer on the team official website, it says Bears head coach Matt Eberflus wants the team to add a pass rusher opposite of Montez Sweat. Obviously, Bears fan, when you really break this down and think about it, selecting an edge rusher at number 9 overall, especially if the best edge rusher is there at number 9, or even trading back as an option, still laying a really good edge rusher, would be a solid pick for the Chicago Bears in the 2024 NFL Draft. When you really look at the landscape of the edge rushers on the Chicago Bears roster outside of Montez Sweat, you have DeMarcus Walker and Dominique Robinson. The Chicago Bears could very well bring back Yannick Ngakoue. Obviously, he was having a really good end to his Chicago Bears season last year before his ankle injury at the end of the year. So they could definitely bring Yannick Ngakoue back to fill an edge rusher void, but I think it would still be really smart for the Chicago Bears to possibly add an edge rusher in the 2024 NFL Draft, especially at that number 9 overall pick. So let's go ahead and look at some options for the Chicago Bears. And when I really think about it, the Bears have a flurry of options, starting off with a guy like Dallas Turner. You can stay at number 9. If Dallas Turner makes the number 9, I think the Atlanta Falcons will possibly take a guy like Dallas Turner with the number 8 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. But if a guy like Dallas Turner does drop, you are getting a stud of a football player in Dallas Turner. I think he would be excellent on the Chicago Bears defensive line. I think he'd be excellent opposite of Montez Sweat. Another option for the Chicago Bears, they can possibly trade down, get some draft capital, and land a guy like Jared Verse. A lot of people are calling Jared Verse the next Khalil Mack, and we are all very familiar with a guy like Khalil Mack. I think all Bears fans would welcome another Khalil Mack on the Chicago Bears defensive line. Jared Verse is a power rusher. He has violent hands. He is consistently in the backfield. He had a great collegiate career while playing at Florida State. He would be an excellent option either at number 9 overall or maybe in a trade back. Obviously, one of my favorite edge rushers available in the 2024 NFL Draft is Laiatu Latu out of UCLA. And I've told you guys this before on past podcasts right here on Keek on the Mic. If it wasn't for Latu's 2021 neck injury that he was out for the whole year, I truly feel that Latu would be the best edge rusher available in the 2024 NFL Draft. He was the most productive edge rusher in the last 2 seasons in college football. Had 12 sacks in 2022 and then followed up with 15 sacks in 2023. The guy is an absolute stud. His home is in the backfield. And once again, I think it would be a solid option for the Chicago Bears alongside Montez Sweat. If you go even deep down, if you go further down the draft board, you have guys like Chop Robinson as well. I think Chop Robinson, I'm a guy that is extremely athletic. He tore the combine up. His numbers were outstanding at the NFL combine, especially for a 250-pound guy. The dude is still raw. I think he can definitely develop into something special for the Chicago Bears. So the Chicago Bears do happen to trade down, maybe get a guy like Jackson Powers Johnson, get a second-round pick in a trade down from the number 9 overall pick, and maybe still land a guy like Chop Robinson in the second round of the 2024 NFL Draft. I believe that would also be a good option for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. But overall, Bears fans, this makes too much sense that obviously Matt Eberflus wants the Chicago Bears to take an edge rusher in the draft, because we all know that Matt Eberflus He's a defensive head coach. He's a defensive guy. He understands that his defense will not work without a solid pass rush. And though we do have Montez Sweat, it does still concern me that behind Montez Sweat, we have DeMarcus Walker and Dominique Robinson. Obviously, when you look at the landscape of the Chicago Bears, once again, we could still sign back Unique Ngakwe, bring him back into the fold to help the Chicago Bears pass rush. But I still think it would be smart to take an edge rusher in the 2024 NFL draft. I'm not sitting here saying that we have to take one in the first round, but if you trade back and let's say you see a really good edge rusher in round 2 or maybe round 3 or maybe even round 4, then maybe you can take one there as well. But I think it would be smart for the Chicago Bears to really invest in some type of edge rusher in the 2024 NFL draft. But once again, Bears fans, this is a huge rumor surrounding the Chicago Bears, but it does not come by any surprise because I know Matt Eberflus is a defensive guy. I know that he really wants someone next alongside Montez Sweat, but I do think the Bears are one really good edge rusher away from having a really dominant defense in the National Football League. So rather you get Dallas Turner, Jared Verse, Leatu Latu, Chop Robinson, I don't think you can go wrong with adding an edge rusher in the 2024 NFL draft. So Bears fans, first and foremost, let me ask you guys this. How do you guys feel about this rumor that Matt Eberflus wants the Chicago Bears to draft an edge rusher in the 2024 NFL draft to pair alongside Montez Sweat? Let me know down below in the comment section. And if the Chicago Bears do opt to draft an edge rusher in this year's draft, who would you want? Jared Verse, Dallas Turner, Leatu Latu, Chop Robinson? Let me know down below in the comment section. But other than that, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. And make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for an all-new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys. And as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Geek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.